Yo, what's up, YouTube? What up, friends and fam? Back at it with another live video from today. I'm gonna stop moving here in a second so I can just concentrate on filming. It's kind of dark. Look how sweaty I am, though. That's the amount of work we put in, all right? That's the amount of work we put in when we work out, that we get so fucking sweaty that it's a necessity to drink 2, 3, 4 gallons of water a day. I'm not even kidding when I say that, too. Sometimes it gets challenging, you know, having to take a piss or whatnot. But if you're working like I work, then you really don't got to take a piss that often, as long as you're sweating it out. But that's a good determinant factor, though, because like I can tell when I'm dehydrated right off the bat when I start running, because like the blood flow isn't going to the calves as they should be. So it's a matter of warming up and getting the proper amount of water in the morning. In the morning time, it's super important to get that water in, man. I can't even tell you. But today's video, it's who's stopping you or what's stopping you? What's your excuse? I'm curious. I really want to know what the fuck your excuse is, man. I really do. So I can just tell you you're wrong, because I love telling people they're wrong. Alright, this is actually just going to be a walk-in video. I was trying to find a fucking spot, but there's just no park benches over here. I'll have to donate one. So here's what it is. Today's video, no excuses. There's just no excuse when it comes to making money. There's just no excuse when it comes to making business. The market doesn't care that you can't pay your bills because you're emotionally distraught and your girlfriend just broke up with you and you feel bad for yourself and everybody else left you too because your life sucks right now. And the market doesn't feel bad for you. Your friends, they really don't feel bad for you. If they do, they're gonna give you money. That's the determining factor if you have a real friend or not, is they give you money. And it's funny because I've met people that have just given me money just right after knowing me and when they knew the situation I was in. And I've met people that have known me my whole fucking life who had money and who never gave me shit. So it's just like, who's actually your friend, who actually has your back when it comes to these situations. And I got the answer to you. The only one that has your back is God and you. God and yourself. That's all you need. That's all you need to make it for a garbage company. That's all you need to make it for a cleaning company. That's all you need to make it for a tree company. And here's the thing that I have practiced this whole time, and maybe I didn't talk about it because I wasn't aware of what I was doing because it was out of necessity, and that is starting from nothing. I believe you can start any single business from nothing. I really do. Like, I don't think you need any money down. You just need time. You definitely need like a cell phone at least. Ideally a laptop too, so you can get good at like internet marketing and shit like that. But even so, I mean, like, say in my area in Cape Cod, the best way to market yourself is actually through yard signs, believe it or not. And that's the way I go about doing things now. And I just want to say I've finally made up my mind about what it's going to be, the cash crop of Lucas Empire right now, Lucas Longview, and that is garbage company. I'm starting a garbage company. It sucks, but it is what it is. It sucks, but it doesn't suck too, because like I figure like, yeah, I'll have like Phil and other people tell me like, oh, you're doing too much at once. No, I'm really not, because right now I pay like $100 a week to have my fucking garbage removed. I look at the bill, I'm like, I'm starting my own company. You know what I mean? It's funny because I started my own company up here before I looked at that bill, and I was like $125 this week for fucking, it was like 6 or 8 bags. I was like, you guys are fucking out of your mind. Like, I'll charge half that and make a killing because everybody's gonna be hitting me up and not hitting you up because you fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that, man. At least I'll be able to do that when I start anyway, because I'm not gonna employ anybody. I'm gonna employ myself first, get the ground game down, and then go about it that way, just like I did the tree company. But with this company, I plan to go halves on everything. If somebody is an owner operator, we're going halves on the profit. I'm gonna do it. I feel like that's the way Andrew Tate has done it throughout his life. He said he's had cam girls and they've split their money, and if they wanted to give them their money, they gave it to him because they love him, which makes sense. So it's just a matter of like not even finding the right people that you're going to be able to tell if somebody really wants to work because they're getting half the fucking profit. If they're not moving their ass after you tell them they're getting half the profit, it's going to be so easy to tell if they're dragging their feet or not, because they're going to be making money or they're not going to make anything because it's like half. So like I figure if a route does say, see the 50% thing, that's only people that have their own truck, really. All I need is a pickup truck and I can start a fucking a garbage company. I'm running some ads and I'm doing the ads through signs only. I'm just doing signs and I'm putting one of my numbers up that's not associated with any fucking business. It's not associated with my personal. I have one more line, and God gave me that one more line because it's my garbage line. Like, I got bills to pay, guys, and I want to dedicate that one to the garbage junk removal. And I figure if I could do one house with 8 bags for fucking $125, like, are you fucking kidding me? I'll take over the whole town of Falmouth happily. I'll happily pick up trash for a little bit, save up some money, and then hire somebody else to go half on the profit with after that. Like, it's like, I don't know. I've thought about it before, but then I'm like, nah, it'd be too stressful. It's really not. It's really not. And simultaneously, I do want to operate a cleaning company with the personal training, because I figure I'm only going to be putting a couple hours a week on the garbage thing and making like a rack a week or 2 racks a week, depending on how many hours I put in. Because I figure if I pick up all the trash in Falmouth, I got to go to the dump back and forth to start before I save up for a trailer. I'll be able to do one load of what I had, you know what I mean? Let me see. I'll be able to do like 3 loads of what I had, and they charge $125. So 3 loads, $300, $400. That's good money. I think I can get to the dump and back and do that like 5 times on a Saturday or whatever. So I think that's pretty special that I figured this out. And I think there's a niche for it here in Cape Cod. There's pretty much a niche for anything if you're a good person, if you can keep up a conversation and not do drugs, you know what I mean, in Cape Cod. And, you know, people are just looking for consistency out here. They're looking for locals out here. They're not looking for people that, you know what I mean, that are going to highway rob them. I feel like I'm a perfect fit for the economy out here, the market out here. And if you're that type of person, like, Cape Cod's a different type of place than where you live. Like, I grew up an hour away from here, and this Cape Cod is vastly different than it is in North Attleboro. Vastly. Like, fucking so much different. To the point where I'm like adjusting, you know what I mean? For a while there, I was contemplating, feeling kind of bad for myself about like what to do next and shit like that. I don't know if feeling bad's the right word, but there was moments. I think we all have moments when we go through a breakup and when we go through a company change. But here's the thing. It's all about how quickly those moments last. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was my first company that I've ever had to say goodbye to. So it's like, it was more painful. I won't put it that way. The whole thing, I don't know. I'd rather have people in my life than a company, because I feel like I'm doing right now. I'm starting another company out of necessity, because it makes me sick to my fucking stomach thinking, just the thought. I don't even think this way anymore, but when I do, it makes me fucking throw up. Literally, it makes me throw up when I think about working for somebody else 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day for fucking $200 a day or $250. Like, ugh. I can make that in 2 hours with a fucking Tacoma. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about where your head's at. Like, and I feel like anybody can really do a garbage company, junk removal company, even if you don't have a car, right? Here's how you do it. You advertise for junk removal. Figure out how to advertise in your area. Like I said, for me personally, it's been the yard signs that work the best around Cape Cod. So figure out how to advertise in your area. And if you figure out good methods, just definitely comment down below. I'll definitely have them. And then you can literally take an Uber to go make you get a phone call, a junk removal request for a quote. Okay, yeah, when can you meet up for a quote? Okay, I'll be there Saturday. So when Saturday comes, if you don't have a car but you have a little bit of money, all you do is take an Uber over there and you say, hey, what's going on? Like, give him a quote and just say your driver dropped you off or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself look like a boss. Lie to him. Lie when you can. You know what I'm saying? That's not a big lie. So lie to him about that, about that you don't have a car, but pretend like you do. Pretend like you own cars. But then when you give the quote, call roll-off dumpster companies around your area, and that's how you're going to remove it. You're gonna rent a roll-off dumpster. You're going to make them pay for the roll-off dumpster as a deposit, so you don't get fucked over on $800 or $600 or whatever it costs to rent the roll-off dumpster. And then you're going to give them a price on the labor, you know what I mean, plus the roll-off dumpster price, of course. And however you want to differentiate that, it's up to you. If you want to admit that the roll-off dumpster is not yours and it's another company's that's just dropping it off and you're the one filling it up, go for it. But if you don't, like, I usually don't, but it all depends on the customer, you know what I mean? If you create rapport with the customer real quick and you're buddy-buddy, then why not? And then also he'll understand that you need that money because that dumpster is not yours and you have to come out of pocket for it just to drop it off. Just like you have to come out of pocket to get an Uber ride over there. But so if you have a little car or something, like, this is such a side hustle that people fucking sleep on. Like, you can literally do demolition work, which all demolition work is this. You fucking get a roll-off dumpster there. Most roll-off dumpsters are 2 weeks long. You can have the thing there for 2 weeks if it's a big job. So you have it there for 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks. And when you call around to the roll-off dumpster companies, make sure they pick it up, and, like, you know, when you're all full and say, hey, can you come pick it up? Make sure they pick it up quickly, because you don't want to piss off your customers, especially if you're telling them that you own that dumpster. It's up to you whether or not you want to tell that lie or not. It's just business. It really is. It's just politics. So that's your side hustle for you weekend warriors that don't want to go all in yet. See, I haven't even done the math yet, but usually I say if I'm working at the house by myself, I'm thinking how many hours is this going to take me, and I charge anywhere from $50 to $100 an hour for something like that, because I figure I work pretty hard, and it's usually like $50 an hour that the market pays for one guy when it comes to doing labor like that. And it really depends on the work too. If you're busting down walls with a sledgehammer, like, you're getting paid, man. Like, that pays. If you're just picking up trash and shit like that, it might pay a little less. It all depends. It all depends how long it's going to take you, what tools you need. If you need a jackhammer, don't be afraid to use a jackhammer either. Those things are easy as fuck, and you just get one at Home Depot or you rent it, you know, and make it part of the deposit for the customer. With that, guys, just want to let you guys know what I'm up to and give you a side hustle to do on the weekends. Love you guys. Peace. Subscribe, please.